you feeling? It was a good nap. It was a good nap today.
Yeah, I haven't napped in a while.
It's been a while, right?
We napped together too.
How?
I mean, I avoided you like the plague, but we were in the same spot.
I definitely, I co-opted your nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was your nap, and I came in there and I used my male privilege to co-opt your nap.
You did.
I did, 100%. I was like, oh, she's napping. She's probably not doing it right. Let me slide in here and make sure that her nap goes off without a hitch. You know?
Yeah. Well, I was trying to use my white privilege to nap. I was like, hey, help. Can you go watch the kids?
And I was like, man, she must not know that I'm a guy. No way. No way she realizes that I'm just going to trump her white female privilege with just regular black male privilege. Is in the hierarchy, how does that work? Is black male privilege over white female privilege?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I was reading a lot of fun articles today about, and like not the other one that I read that I thought was interesting, but I didn't know if we could get into it was stop using your male privilege.
Stop changing your mic to the wrong spot.
It was as a female, when you're having conversations with people and they so it's I think it's a hashtag. It's I am the client.
I read that.
You read that?
I read
All
that.
Right, yeah.
I read that. I was like, what is this? What is this going to be?
Yeah.
A bunch of women complaining about, like, actually, you should be talking to me. And it's like, no, I shouldn't. Not with that attitude, I shouldn't.
So, I think I am the client. And that, I don't know. I don't know where the hierarchy is.
I think people need to be honest about what they put off.
Right.
Because a lot of times you're trying to deal with people, especially a lot of these people are like service people.
Yeah.
When I was reading that, and a lot of time like women are so worried about being. And here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am using my male privilege.
Mansplaining.
Let me mansplain this for you.
You're gonna mailsplain it.
Yeah.
You guys have been saying it wrong.
It should be mailsplain, but I'm not gonna get into that because like as far as gender roles or whatever, I'm not gonna get into that. But it should be mailsplain, right? So a lot of times women are so worried about being taken advantage of that they change their persona to this stoic, what they consider to be this stoic-like figure that can't be
fucked with.
Yeah. And it's like, that sucks to deal with. As a man, that sucks.
Just give it to me straight. I'm giving it to you straight. Let's just have a conversation like two men.
Yeah, there's nothing more annoying than dealing with a woman that thinks she knows your motivation. It is the absolute worst. It is so bad. It's so bad. It's like a woman that thinks she knows your motivation and a man that thinks he's getting over on you.
Yeah.
The two worst people to deal with
on
the planet.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what that combination of people can be. So you have this guy who thinks like I'm not even because you're a woman, but it's like I'm so good at this. Yeah. I'm gonna get over on you.
Yeah.
And this woman is like, no man's getting over on me. It's like, I don't want to be here.
I couldn't even read all of those examples. I was like, oh God, these people.
The examples were obnoxious.
Yeah.
It's like, I see why he didn't want to talk to you. It's like I completely see it. Also, your husband seems like a pussy. It's strange times. Strange time. How do you feel? Like, what part of the busted challenge do you feel like you're on right now?
I'm ready to pull out my degree and be like,
Oh, you're gonna do a comedic busted challenge?
Yeah, but not like it's not funny. It's just like, demeaning to the other people that are having fun with it.
You're gonna demean to other people as a white woman?
And we're a lot of black women doing that challenge. I better not.
Yeah, you. Oh, that's a risky demean.
Well, it's not because I want to. It's because I don't have the outfit.
You don't have a busted outfit?
I don't.
If you don't know what the busted challenge is, oh my God, I'm so envious of you. I am so envious because I'm like barely internet savvy. I'm barely social media savvy.
That was like the first hashtag that I've ever looked up today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I saw it on somebody. Well, that's not true. I look up, one time I was trying to basically figure out what hashtags people were using to have porn on Instagram, like those secret hashtags that you go to and it's actually porn.
Yeah.
So one time I was trying to figure that out. I was not good at that.
No.
Like it's like you got to figure out this like secret hashtag that they're using, and I was like hashtag big titties on face. Is that it? Is that the secret hashtag that people are using to hide their porn on Instagram? Hashtag pussy, 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 pussy.
And nobody gets kicked off of Instagram, huh? Can you get kicked off?
Yeah, for porn. For like if what you're doing is actually considered porn or violent or, something.
Yeah.
Then you get kicked off. But it's hard to, because there are secret hashtags on Instagram where you can view porn.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't seem like they're so secret. Like I stumble into them. I mean, it's not like hardcore porn, but I stumble into naked women a lot.
Like, you mean like visible nipples?
Yeah.
What hashtags are you using? Where are they? I can't find them. Like, I'm trying to find them and I haven't stumbled on them at all. Matter of fact, I'm trying to find them and my algorithm hasn't even thrown me a bone.
Or a boner.
No boners.
No.
My algorithm has thrown me no boners.
It must be like if you're trying, it doesn't want you to have it. Like that must be the secret of the Instagram porn.
I thought that was how algorithms work. I think you mean this. And it's like, oh yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. More of that.
Yeah.
It's but yeah, this busted challenge. I'm not a big hashtag searcher guy, but the busted challenge is where it starts off with a woman who's wearing like a bathrobe or pajamas, flannel pajamas, no makeup. Her hair is stringy. It's like she looks like. You know how when you talk to dudes and they're like, man, I had to break up with this chick. She was crazy. What you think that looks like is what they start off with.
Yeah. Or it's like every woman's morning look, right? Like that's supposed to be like.
Very frazzled.
Yeah.
Frazzled looking. And then they start, what song are they dancing to?
It starts with I'm getting hot in here.
Yeah. Oh, I think my butt's getting big. So I think it's the busted challenge. I think is a response to people gaining weight during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, even though I gained a lot of weight during the pandemic, I'm still sexy. So it's like, ooh, look, girl, my butt getting big, and then they drop it. They drop it down.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to them wearing twerk clothes.
Yeah, twerk clothes. I mean, I'm post busset challenge. These are my twerk clothes. If I was gonna twerk, I'd dress in all black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's just like nobody can fucking identify me.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to be identified.
Twerking.
I just want to twerk and see how it feels. I don't want people to know that I'm twerking.
I'm in a dark club in the corner in all black.
Is that Ansley twerking in the corner of a church? You're supposed to be in church right now. It's a pandemic, girl. Get out of church. What you twerking in church for? It's like only Jesus can see me twerk.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good time. The busted challenge.
Yeah.
It's just fun. And like I like the ones where they're being a little funny about it. And not like, okay, the ones where they drop it down and it cuts to them like holding their college degree or somebody like holding a Bible. Like those are cute.
Yeah.
But the ones where like people are falling out of things, those are fucking hilarious.
Those are good.
Great time.
Yeah.
Check out the busted challenge. And I'm not going to tell you how to spell it. You just got to be able to pick that slang up. Bust it. So, I looked more into whether or not Joe Biden actually signed an executive order to allow boys that identify as girls to do high school sports.
Yeah, it's a part of a bigger thing, right? And there was one sentence in it that's protecting transgenders' rights for locker rooms and stuff, but it's also. I mean, is that where you're going to go with it?
No, it is that.
Yeah,
it is that. I mean, even though it is, those other things are involved. Right? Like the bathrooms and the locker rooms and stuff, which, again, they're just saying identify as a girl. Nothing about transitioning therapy, nothing about just like anything other than saying, oh, yeah, I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Right? So now you get to go in girls' locker rooms, piss in girls' toilets, and compete in girls' sports. Mm-hmm. Right? And, yeah, it's a little absurd. Like, mostly what I was seeing was the backlash from feminist groups.
Yeah,
this isn't going over well.
No, this is like, because then this we've talked about this before. It goes up against women and their desire to have safe space.
Yes,
because of the gray area that you were just talking about. If somebody's transitioning and they're just or if they're just saying I identify, like
Yeah.
they might still be a bigger, stronger male presence with a penis that could do things with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should always be concerned when a penis walks into a room. That's a
Yeah.
concern. That's always a concern. Even
Yeah.
if it's a co-ed room, when a new penis comes into the room,
You gotta evaluate.
it gotta. It change. You just changed the balance of penis to non-penis in this room, dude. You're a concern, and now the rest of these penises are also a concern now too. We just got acclimated to the amount of penises that were here. Now we gotta switch this all up until we can fucking know that your additional penis is not gonna cause a penis frenzy.
There's way too much truth into that.
It
Like
is.
we could just start talking about this, about like the penis vibe. Like, can
Yeah.
you, like, where's your penis vibe going? Like, we need to trust this penis. I don't know if I trust that penis.
Oh, the penis vibe in this room just changed. I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. I'm very concerned for the non-penises in this room. It's very concerning what just happened.
Yeah.
That's if we were being honest, we'd also be honest about the fact that, like, anytime a dude over 6'3" steps into the room, it's a fucking problem. Dude, this is a problem now. Until we know that this is a problem, this is a fucking problem. All right? All of us is band together.
Put the penis power together. We gotta fight that large penis.
Let's light the tip of our penises like torches and chase this giant out of this room. Ha ha ha! Get out of here! Ha! Dude, that is, that is one of my favorite images historically.
Which image is this? Sorry if that was just me that didn't follow. But
Yeah.
I know you're into fine arts and all, but
I did compound images there.
Yeah.
I did compound images. I gotta break down these images. But the image of, like, villagers chasing somebody out of a village with pitchforks and torches and shit.
Okay, yeah.
I find that so funny for some reason.
It's great.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And now the image of people lighting the tips of their penises, chasing out tall people. Get out of here! Ah!
That sound is just so like like that's we don't get to use that sound enough in, like, polite society.
No, it's the only, we can only do it when we're, like, chasing villagers out, chasing giants out of villages, or if we have, like, made a pet out of a wild animal and now we're trying to get it to go away.
I got to use it at work when the
yeah?
squirrel was trying to attack the kids and eat their lunch.
Yeah.
Ha ha! Get out of here,
Get out of
squirrel!
here,
I had an umbrella and I was, like, poking at it. Gah, ha! And I was a hero.
That's awesome.
In my mind.
No, that's a hero. That's what a hero
Yeah.
does. A hero goes, ha!
Not with a penis, though.
I mean,
In the right circumstance.
the right hero.
Yeah, you could be a villain if you have a penis.
Yeah.
If you're over 6'3" and you have your penis and you're doing that.
Yeah, no,
Not a
is-
hero.
That is a villain. If you are 6'3" and have a penis, you're a villain. You're an automatic villain. Which is, it is what it is. I'm not trying to vilify you. Your penis did that, dude. You 6'3" and have a penis? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? That's why we need to corral all those people and keep an eye on them. That's what the NBA is.
Put them in a bubble. This has all been about putting them in a bubble.
It's like people seeing NBA players walking around their cities like, this isn't right. They should be in a bubble. These people need to be in a bubble. Oh my God. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm saying that. Yeah, I don't think that boys who identify as girls should be allowed to compete in female sports. I don't think that. I think that is the first step in ruining female sports.
Yeah, it's tricky. But what do you say to the kid, like, that is legit transitioning that also wants to have the experience of sports in their life? Do they get to?
I don't know. I mean, when do we have to, like, at what point do we have to acknowledge that sometimes our choices require sacrifices in other areas of our life? Like, we can't all have it all.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, yeah, I'm 5'10". Like the only reason why I'm declaring people that are 6'3" as villains is because I want to be 6'3", and I can't. I identify as 6'3".
Yeah, you do.
I do. I mean, listen. So people don't know this about me, but this is a ridiculous truth. I have absurdly long arms. I'm 5'10", and my wingspan is 6'3". So I should be able to identify as 6'3". I should, right? But I'm not. I'm not 6'3". I'm not 6'3". So I have to. There's certain things that there are certain sacrifices that come with me not being 6'3". But you understand what I'm saying? It's like, you made a choice, and like I'm not gonna say it's a brave choice, but I understand that it's a difficult choice, and it's a difficult existence from A to B once that choice is made. And if you're willing to take all that comes with it, to me, I'm like, man, I admire that in a lot of ways, right? But at the same time, so the point that. So that Allison Felix thing, is that something that you read somewhere, or you were just comparing it to Olympic 100-meter runner Allison Felix?
No, I read that I'm taking somebody else's word on it, but I believe that they are posting a true stat that if you took Allison Felix's 400 time, in 2018 there are over 300 boys in high school that are faster than she is.
Yeah. So I took that research a step further.
Yeah.
Right. So first I looked at her 100-meter time, because even though she was an Olympic champion in the 400 meters, like she was also a state champion in the 100, 200, and 400. Right.
Yeah.
So when she was in high school, her Olympic 100-meter time, or her professional 100-meter time, is 10.89. Right. Her high school 100-meter time was 11.12. Right. An improvement, but she's a 400-meter runner. I'm not here to shit on her 100-meter stats. There are other professional 100-meter runners that smoke that.
Yeah.
And females, right? Some females smoke that. Now, if you look at her Olympic 100-meter time at 10.89, California is where she ran track. She wouldn't even have made states.
Wow.
She wouldn't even be in the top 75 athletes in the state.
Yeah.
In the top 75 100-meter runners. I think it would have been all the way to 100, but the site that I was looking at, you had to pay to see the full list.
Yeah.
Where it's like, how badly do people want to see high school 100-meter time?
Well, if you're number 89, you want to see it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the people paying for it.
Yeah. It's like, well, I just want to see where I am. It's like, yeah, but that's absurd.
Yeah, well, so my take on this is I don't think it should be like I don't know how many cases are out there. Like we talked about a while ago, there was that guy that started doing handball as a female, and we're like, this is very suspicious, because he was a dedicated handball player previously
as a male,
yeah. And he was just like, he was better than mediocre, but he wasn't great.
Yeah. And
then he went into the girls' Olympic team, and he was dominant.
Yeah, but also, if you remember, one of the funnier things about that story was that sometimes he was often overthrowing.
Yeah.
Because the girl, he wasn't used to people that couldn't jump as high to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just I also imagine he just throws the ball so hard that a woman catches it and just does a backflip.
Yeah.
It's just whoa. And that's probably what was actually happening. I don't think he was overthrowing it. Yeah. I think they were like, I'm not catching that fucking ball. He throws it hard. I mean, she throws it hard. It's getting thrown hard.
Yeah. So, but I don't know if this should be coming down from a national level. Like if we have these cases, it seems like you can deal with them, on an individual high school, and wherever it individually shows up. Because I like, now that it's becoming public news, maybe there'll be some men with their penises that are like, I'm gonna abuse my penis power and come in a locker room and dominate a female sport. It's I feel like it's gonna happen now. 5 to 10 penises are gonna do that.
So you think all across the country, high school penises were looking up like, dude, we got this.
Somewhere.
We fucking got this.
Somebody decided it was their time to shine. But I think for the most part, it's not gonna, I don't know. But then there are those cases. There was some track girls have a lawsuit because the person who came was transgender and they won the event, and it was like, they were like, that's not fucking fair. Like, I don't know.
Sometimes, I mean, I was like wondering if maybe Lord Biden listens to Two Jack Bros.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to shut me up about lowering the rim in the WNBA. It's like, dude, no need to lower the rim. We got this.
Yeah.
Dudes in skirts? How about dudes in skirts? That would be funny, like you were saying earlier, because like guys that transition or identify as women like to do women stuff.
Yeah.
So that will be like, it's going to be a transitioning man into a woman who comes into the WNBA who changes the wardrobe.
Because right now they try to dress like the dudes. Like they have the big jerseys and like long shorts and like
WNBA players play on the court dressed like the first part of the Busted video.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to dress like they're prepared for a body yada yada challenge.
That'll hem up. The first guy will come.
Yeah.
The first transgender guy will come and hem up his shorts real short.
Yeah.
It'll be like, have to make new rules about how your butt cheeks can't be hanging out.
Dude, I would just love for like that human that does that transgender male to female that comes into the WNBA and are like, how do you twerk in these? Nah, we're done. We're not doing this anymore. And then other women are like, should we vote on it? And he's like, I already voted. I voted with these two guns right here. These two guns. Oh my God. I think that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting turn of events, because I wonder if this is cyclical, right? I wonder if we don't know everything that happened, with Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? Because they focus mostly on the anal, the butt stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dude.
Do they or do you?
Sodomy?
Yeah.
You know where that comes from, right?
Uh-huh.
There was a whole town where people were just doing butt stuff all the time, and they were like, "Dude, you're gonna go to Sodom? Do you know half
road trip?
Sodom?
Little road trip.
Yeah, dude, I'd rather go to Gomorrah, to be honest with you, and that's not good.
No.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
I just imagine Gomorrah is like everybody's walking around with a knife.
Yeah, for sure. That's
Gomorrah
a knife
sounds
town.
like a dangerous place. You do not go to Gomorrah after dark.
No.
Right? You don't want to be in Sodom anytime. So, yeah, but it's like, we don't know, like the way that the story is detailed, it only focuses on like the more deviant things, like the sexual deviancy. But I wonder how much of it was similar to what we have going on now, because I think some people would say that there's a lot of sexual deviancy happening now, like in American culture, with the internet being a place that people can go to and find other people that want to stick their dicks in cantaloupes and like do all sorts of weird stuff with each other. You know, what if that was the case? Like, what if there was? Listen, I don't doubt for a second that there were people that were at the very least cross-dressers in Sodom and Gomorrah, or people that definitely identified as the opposite sex. So were they allowed to do sports? Were female chariot racers not as fast as male chariot racers? Do you know what I mean? Or like gladiators? I just want to identify as a woman. I want to do woman gladiator shit. You know what I mean? Or it'd probably be the other way. I think it's probably a lot of women trying to get their Mulan on. And just like dress up like a little dude and go be a gladiator. That would be sick, because a female to male chariot racer probably was the shit.
Yeah, you're like a jockey, like you're all lighter.
That's when they realized that jockeys need to be tiny.
Yeah.
It was like that first female that like snuck into chariot races and was dominating.
Yeah.
And they were like, dude, we need dudes short like this little dude. This is a little dude. This dude is good.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, she's like, I'm a woman. But we can't have that, but little dudes. We'll do little dudes from here on out. But yeah. So, that's where Two Jack Bros stands on that.
Is it?
I don't know. It's always changing. We're always evolving. We're kind of like we are humanity. Two Jack Bros.
Yeah.
Like, we're not stationary. We've evolved our opinion since we started this podcast on this issue.
Yes.
And we'll continue to evolve it as more information piles in, which is can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see what it all happens. I want to say this before I forget, but a great weekend this weekend at Bananas Comedy Club.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to Abby Rosenquist for having me on the show.
Mm-hmm.
She did great. Good time. Thank you to all of the people that came out and enjoyed the show and are now listening to Two Jack Bros. We love you. We love to have you. And, glad you're here. You will enjoy it.
Yes.
We are a good fucking time. Good times.
Yes.
Good times. So I was, what do you, okay, so Trump apparently had a Diet Coke button.
Yeah.
You hear about this?
I saw, I don't know the details, but I was like, what? He had a Diet Coke button?
What the fuck is that with wealthy people and Diet Cokes? Like, should we just start drinking Diet Coke now? And then maybe we'll get wealthy, you know? I just feel like, so there was, what's his name? Oh, Lil Dicky.
Who?
Lil Dicky, rapper Lil Dicky.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Dicky. You don't know rapper Lil Dicky?
I'm not familiar with Lil Dicky's work.
White Jewish rapper Lil Dicky.
What?
You don't know Lil Dicky?
No.
Man, I went through a hard Lil Dicky phase.
You allowed to.
I went through a hard and a wrecked Lil Dicky phase.
Yeah.
Very strong.
How long ago?
I'm still in it. He's one of the best. Basically, again, I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack for this, right? He's what we thought Eminem was that whole entire time, right? Where he's like an amazing rapper. He is really good at riding the beat. So he's really, he's musical, and he's an amazing lyricist. And he's not just rhyming nonsense words. He's actually, he does narratives that make sense throughout. And they have like layers. It's not just like, like, oh, Peg with a metal leg came in here and stood on a cat. Like, it's that weird shit that just rhymes.
Yeah.
Which is what, I mean, I think again, Eminem, I love Eminem. I love his contribution to hip hop and rap. I'm not a big hip hop and rap guy. I think it shows by the way I just said I love his contribution to rap. Like, I don't even know if that was the right thing to say, right? But a lot of what he does is non sequitur shit, which is he's still good at it.
So hit her with a frying pan.
Yeah,
happens a lot.
Yeah, hit her in the head with a pan. Didn't know that she was trying to be a man. Man, I love the song that I did called "Stand." It's like, dude, what is happening here? What is happening here? But yeah, Lil Dicky, and other, I've seen it referenced in other things where people like. So Lil Dicky has a line in one of his songs like, "If I want a Diet Coke, someone brings me Diet Coke."
Okay.
Which is, and when he was rapping that as a status symbol.
Yeah.
And this was years ago.
Yeah.
Right. So. That is that's a status symbol of wealth that we don't even know because we don't even have enough money to know that.
I used to drink Diet Coke all the time.
That's when we were on our way up.
Yeah.
And then you let me be like, we shouldn't be drinking caffeine and too much sugary drinks. And you're like, okay. And now we're bottom of the hill people.
I know. You brought me down.
I did. No sodas. Stop trying to be like me, girl. One of us has to take us up.
You talk a lot. I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's fair. But so Biden, in an effort to show that he is the common man, he got rid of Trump's Diet Coke button.
Why would if you don't want, like, why would you get rid of a button? Like a button that brings you something? If you don't want Diet Coke, just put another label on it.
Yeah, have it be another button. Dude, it's like they can bring you like something that you might need. Like maybe it's a paperclip button.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, I'm out of paper clips.
Yeah.
Bring those paper clips.
Button seems useful. Even if he wants to be humanitarian, it could be his hug button, right?
Yes.
Like, the world needs to be better and more caring right now. Here's my hug button.
I don't get it.
We don't need to destroy everything and tear everything down.
Dude, we live in a button pressing society.
Yeah.
Like people aren't seeing him get rid of that Diet Coke button and be like, yeah, you're the common man. It's like, dude, I have a Diet Coke button. What is your problem? That's what DoorDash is. Or no, what is it? GoPuff.
Yeah.
You know GoPuff?
No.
GoPuff is like a cheaper DoorDash, or it's like if you wanted like deodorant and a pack of gum.
Yeah.
You could like get that brought to your house.
Yeah.
For a fee.
Yeah.
For sure. But still, you can do that. Like GoPuff
yeah.
is literally a Diet Coke button.
Man, Biden's doesn't know.
He doesn't get it.
He's too old.
He's out of touch.
Yeah.
Lord Biden, you're out of touch, dude.
Put your button back in, man.
I mean, I worship you. I bow down to your greatness, Lord Biden, but you're out of touch.
And he is of the age that he should have a button.
He should have so many buttons. I don't understand why he's taking away that button.
He might really need that button.
Dude, he needs, press a button, somebody bring you a trough to piss in. You know what I mean? It's like, my dad's pissing in the sink in his house because he doesn't want to go upstairs. He's younger than Joe Biden.
Yeah.
He's younger than Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden, stop acting like you want to get up and go to the bathroom. White House is a big place. I don't think there's a bathroom attached to the Oval Office.
I've never been.
Yeah.
I've never been. They probably have secret walls that go to bathrooms or something. Like, I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, there's all sorts of geriatric reasons he could use a button. Dude, get your button on, man.
Yeah.
Button up.
Yeah.
Button up, Joe Biden. Button up, Lord Biden. Button up. Yeah, praise the Lord Biden. So what's up, Ansley? What do you got for us? Well, first of all, is any of what you have talking about Tiger Woods?
I wasn't planning on it, but I'm happy to talk about him.
Oh, Ansley. It's just funny to me when you were watching that documentary. And what did you say about he ate so much pussy he threw his back out?
Because if you don't know, so Tiger Woods, like he's been in shape his whole life, right? Mm-hmm. And like that's part of what, like one of the things that was one of his big claims to fame for golf was he was on the golf course with another great golfer, but like I don't know the guy's name.
Nicholson, maybe, I don't know.
No, whoever. It was one of the younger guys.
Yeah, whoever.
Who was like, maybe it was Nicholson, who's like supposedly the most talented, like naturally gifted golfer, but he's like a little bit overweight and like puffy. And so, and Tiger Woods is like, we've been talking about this a lot in our house about like getting the edge on your competitors if you're a great competitor in anything. And so in order to get the edge on him, like he was doing shots, like golf swings and shots, like hitting the ball like so much farther than him, like without effort to show him like, look, you're fat and lazy and like this is nothing for me. So he was like in really good shape, like all his stuff. And like, but he had all these, he had knee issues. He had back surgeries, and like doesn't really make sense why he was having all those issues.
What position do you think Tiger Woods gets into eat pussy?
I think his chin's up way too high. I think he's like he's on his hands and his knees because he's a little weird.
Yeah.
So I think it's like at the gynecologist's office, he's like just scoot your, he's very proper about everything.
Yeah.
Just scooch a little bit down to the bottom of the bed, please. And like then he's on his fingertips and his chin's like way too high up in the air. So like crinking the neck.
You think Tiger Woods had an eat pussy button?
I think he did, for sure.
It was probably just a quantity thing.
Yeah. No, because his thing with his mistresses seemed to be that he didn't just have women that he'd fly to a city and like that'd be his, he'd have a fuck toy or whatever, he didn't just have like women that he'd like keep different places. Like he had relationships with all these women. He'd text them like, oh, I just can only be myself when I'm with you. I miss you. Like you're so great. Like he made everybody feel he was so weird about everything, so proper about everything, like always saying the right thing, and like so he was telling all these women like what he thinks women want to hear. Yeah. As like, yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to make sure that they didn't feel like a little bad burrito while they were with him.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Yeah.
It's like I get that. And that's smart on his part.
Yeah.
Because he's already, again, if you're new to this podcast, one of the things that you need to know is there was a portion of my life where I wasn't the most faithful person on the planet, right? It's not, it had nothing to do with any of the girls that I was dating, but I just grew up in a system. I grew up in a system where we just fucked. We just fucked, man. That was the system. Phil Jackson's triangle offense. But no, I grew up in a household culture where there really was no, what am I saying? Fidelity? No. Infidelity is cheating. It's fidelity, faithfulness, fidelity.
Yeah, you don't even know. You're like, fidelity. Dude, what's that word?
Like, those words don't exist to me.
No,
like
you guys are running around the house going infidelity.
Yo, I'm trying to get infidelity. Where's she at? Yeah, I live in a black neighborhood. Fidelity lived 2 doors down from me. But yeah, I didn't, so I was definitely a cheater for quite a long time. And, like I can't say, even in this relationship that I'm in with Ansley here, like I can't say that I've never cheated. I mean.
And that's why Sidney doesn't have a dick anymore. And that's why he doesn't.
That's why I'm a good guy. I can't be a villain. I don't even have a dick. When I walk into a room, people are like, oh, we're good. The dick proportions did not change one bit.
No.
One bit. Although we do got another male splainer.
Yeah. We got to watch out for that.
Yeah, I'm probably the male splainer every time I walk into a room.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But no, when you're cheating with somebody and they know that they are the other woman, you don't want to make her feel like a bad burrito. She wants to feel like a good person who's just caught up in something with her. Yeah, it's like her emotions are caught up. It's just like this guy, he's telling her like, I can't be myself when I'm not with you, and then she's caught up in that too. There's an inverse to that too, where she's like, oh my God, he can't be himself unless he's with me. This is so, I need to be with him now so that he can be himself. Like she starts caring for him. Yeah,
no, like for sure. And like, cause they talked to the lady that seemed to be his main squeeze,
his bottom bitch.
Yeah, his bottom bitch. And like she's like, oh, he couldn't sleep when I wasn't there, and he told me that like his wife didn't ask him questions like I did, so he couldn't talk to her. And like she really felt like she was in it with him. Yeah. Like
dude, she was sitting at home like up at night, so worried about his emotional state being with his wife.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, it sucks. Like I can't be with him right now, and I know that he is not having a good time laying with his super hot Swedish supermodel wife. I just know he just needs the comfort of a Denny's waitress right now. Again, it was
Perkins.
It's Perkins.
No. Yeah. And his bottom bitch was a club owner in New York City.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Get a bottom bitch that can do both. But yeah, that was I just thought it was funny how you said that he threw his back out eating pussy. I've not stopped thinking about that since you said it. Like every time when we were like watching the rest of that documentary, and like there was like part of his comeback story.
Yeah.
Every time he like swung, I was like, how much pussy, dude? How much pussy? Yeah. You think Tiger Woods still eats pussy now that he's making his comeback, or do you think?
I don't know. I was wondering about that. I don't know. He doesn't seem like somebody that likes to be alone.
Yeah.
And he seems like he moves on from relationships very quickly. So I feel like he's still at it.
He's
like
still got the pussy, the eating pussy button?
I think so. All
right, man. Tiger Woo. Good job, Tiger Woo. All right, what do you got for us, Ansley?
Did you hear about the latest New York City robbery? They're in West Harlem. And a lady went into a liquor store. There were 3 guys in there, and they're like, hey, she was like, whoa, 3 penises, watch out. But they were like, hey, can we buy you a bottle of wine? She's like, no, thanks. She goes outside and they follow her and they attack her and they rob her. But one of the guys bit her, like her eyebrow. Mm-hmm. And like, she's like, he bit me. And she said, I just kept yelling, he's biting me. I'm like, she's not like her getting robbed. It's all like, they follow, like, no, she's not talking about, she's like, he bit me, and she's like, he bit my eyebrow, and then he just kept his mouth open like he was still trying to bite me. Like, yeah.
So I did see that story, and it's funny that you brought that up, because that is, again, like, this is kind of going to gender expectations a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when times are easy, it's easy to be like, well, I think that little boys should be able to compete with girls, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that gender is blah blah blah, blah blah blah. But like her getting bit in the eye by that dude, she's like, this bitch bit me. This fucking pussy bit me.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, dude, you're a man. Why are you biting me? It's like, you don't have to bite me.
Yeah. It's very disturbing to her. It
like. It was. It's like she was getting bit by a man.
Yeah. Like, why? Yeah. Is that what we're doing now? Like,
she
men?
Seems so confused about that.
Yeah.
Like, are men biting the eyes out? Because she was saying like he was trying to bite her eye out.
Yeah.
But
like an animal. She kept being like, it was like an animal.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is something funny, because like in the store, the penis vibe changed, dangerous, dramatic, instantaneously. And she was aware of it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, tiny store, too many penises.
Too many
I'm the only
penises.
hole in this place. I gotta get out.
3 penises walked into a store.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, fuck. And she was it seemed like she was super polite about it. You know, about not letting the guy buy her the wine. But at the same time, you know, people will look at that and be like, see, that's what happens when you decline the advances of a man. They can do that. Where it's like, he was going to bite that bitch in the eye no matter what.
Oh, yeah. If she let him buy something from she was just like, she was kidnapped and being bit in like a dark room somewhere. Like, that was not getting any better if she accepted wine.
Let me pay you $13 to bite you in the eye, please. Please. And it's, you know, I'm not gonna be the one to say that she shouldn't have been in that store alone buying wine as a woman. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that she shouldn't have walked into that store at dark and bought wine by herself in the middle of Gomorrah. I'm not gonna say that. It was in New York City, right?
It was in West Harlem.
Gomorrah. It was in West Gomorrah.
Yeah.
You know, and she, you know, probably, you know, she thought that she wasn't gonna get bit in the eye.
Yeah.
Is that a reasonable expectation in West Harlem?
I don't know. I don't go to West Harlem.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, that was a crazy story.
Yeah.
That was a crazy story. What else you got for us?
Did you hear about the Australian man? He was lost in Australia for 18 days. He went out for a walk with his dog and like got in his car. His car got stuck in mud and he was out there for 18 days. And he was like this like chubby guy, a white guy, a little bit overweight. He had on a black t-shirt that had a picture of a wolf on it that was like rainbow.
Yeah.
You know, like he was one of these guys.
Yeah.
How do you think he survived out there for 18 days?
He ate his shirt.
He drank dam water and ate mushrooms. And the couple that found him said that he was just sitting under a tree waving to him. Like,
yeah. Really, he got lost.
He got lost in the galaxy of the universe.
Exactly. Dude, you didn't get lost in Australia. I promise you that much right now. You might have been in Australia, but you were not lost in Australia, sir. Oh my God. And like, it's funny too, because you said like he had on the wolf shirt with rainbows and stuff.
Yeah.
That is the shirt of a guy who has a mushrooms button.
Yeah.
More psilocybin mushrooms, please.
I feel like he like in my mind, Australia is like, very dangerous, right?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like he must have been so like high and tripping that like scorpions came by, snakes. Like he was communicating with all the like deadly animals. He's just like, like he had an experience.
Do you think that's how the mushrooms button works in Australia? You have to like go out into the outback. You like press the button and then go out into the outback for 18 days.
I think so.
Man, that is pretty wild. That is man, and it's too. You gotta think that. Like, I don't know what this man knows about the wilderness. Like, I am inclined to say that he probably went out there to have this experience. Period. You know, I don't think you get like you. I don't know how easy it is to get lost in Australia.
Well, he was in his car and he stayed there for 2 to 3 days until he ran out of water.
Yeah.
Then he was like, "Oh, I gotta make a trek."
I feel like Australia is one of those places though that's so flat that like wherever you are, you can see the city.
Yeah.
It's like, that way, dude.
Yeah.
Where the lights are, go that way, dude.
I mean, he was by a road, by a dam water. Like people were driving by.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, and it made it sound like these farmers like drove by this place all the time.
Yeah, that's crazy. So again, he was probably eating enough mushrooms to fill his belly.
Yeah.
Which is way too many mushrooms. That'll have you sitting under a tree for 18 days.
Yeah.
You want to fill up the belly of a husky dude?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
That is the hero's dose is what they call
him
it.
and his wolf on his t-shirt were eating those mushrooms.
Nice. And the wolves just start eating pussy.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just gonna eat my pussy way home. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna. All right, what else do we got? We're good. We're flying here.
Yeah.
This episode is flying along, man.
So I don't know how this one's gonna go over, but it was interesting to me. So there was in Michigan County, there was a commissioner, So they were having, their Zoom meeting. They're doing their commissioner meetings over Zoom, and people were expressing their point of view. So apparently, so they're a big hunting place. It's like, Michigan, where they hunt and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they were, and back in March, they had the Proud Boys there to talk about gun safety and stuff.
Okay.
And so they were going to have them back. And so that there were some ladies that were expressing their concern about the Proud Boys coming back because they didn't want to change the culture of their place from a hunting culture to a gun culture. Okay. And with the stuff that happened recently at the White House, the
Capitol.
The Capitol, they were concerned about this. So the county commissioner, Klaus, gets up as this lady's talking, goes to the other room and comes back with an assault rifle.
Fuck yeah.
And sits down and he puts the assault rifle down. And everybody freaks out about this. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I didn't think that he was going to shoot me through Zoom or anything, but I did feel intimidated, but not intimidated enough that she's not going to talk at the next meeting. She's like, I'm definitely going to talk at the next meeting.
Yeah.
And but and he's like, no, I don't think the Proud Boys are a hate group, and he's like, I won't denounce any of the groups as hate groups. I don't think the BLM, NFL, LBGTQ, I don't think any of them are hate groups. And so he was just...
You say NFL?
He did. Yeah.
He said NFL?
Yeah, he did.
He's like, NFL, NBA. I just think we just need to just keep good track of their penises.
Yeah.
We just put them in a bubble.
Put them in a bubble. But he's... And they were like... The other guy was like, I wouldn't have gone and got my rifle, but, he can do what he wants to do. And he said he was just going to be be supportive of the second, be like, hey, I support the Second Amendment. These are my guns, Yeah. But then he decided against doing it. So he put his gun down.
That is even, it's funny because hearing it the way that he did it is an even bolder move.
Yeah.
He just went and got his gun and just put it down next to him. It was like, talk.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Say your opinion.
Yeah.
Say the thing that you were saying that disagrees with me. Go ahead, say it. Say it. No. It's good. You're good. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is funny. That is funny. He's like, he just showed up with his dick yeah?
Yeah.
You got a problem with these, huh? Yeah, that's going to be interesting. People are really terrified that their gun rights are going to get taken away right now. Biden's trying to abolish the NRA and all that other stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's really going after it.
Oh, man.
But he's really, it's never going to happen. America.
The NRA is tied into way too many things.
They are going bankrupt. They're having,
really?
they're struggling right now.
Oh.
And because they mostly survive on donations and stuff. And right now people are getting doxxed for donating to the NRA. So it's kind of... I don't know if we will ever stop being a gun culture in America because we couldn't be America if not for the fact that we are tied closely to firearms.
Right.
We needed to have a revolution in order to be America in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's you don't want to. Do you take away all the things that allowed you to become what you are?
Yeah.
Once you become what you are.
Yeah.
And it's tough because on one hand you'd be like, well, we don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's but if we did, then we wouldn't. Then now we're a step behind.
And isn't it the argument they always make that you're going to do that, you could take all the legal guns away, but then you're going to be left with all the illegal guns out there, and are those the people you want to have guns when other people don't have guns? Is this what you want to create? Are you sure?
For sure.
Yeah.
Right? That is also going to so. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing that gets played out, in the coming months and years.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how that goes, but I don't think the Second Amendment is going to be abolished, but I also don't know shit about politics.
Yeah.
I know nothing about politics. The only thing I know about politics is that Trump had a Diet Coke button next to his eating pussy button. He had other buttons.
You think
the Diet Coke button was the one on top of the desk and the one that he pushed under the desk.
Yeah.
Dude, did you just say Bill Clinton had a get my dick sucked button? Did you say that? Was that Trump's now Diet Coke button?
Maybe. For sure he repurposed that. What do you think? Obama had any buttons? What did he do with his button?
I don't know, man. He probably had probably pressed the button and had retired NBA players come in and pretend to get dunked on by Obama. he had people like come in and just like convince him that he was a good athlete, you know, by like flopping and like throwing games and shit. Like a world champion ping pong player to come in and be like, dude, I just can't catch your serve, dude. I don't know what, man, you must be like the president of the United States or something. Yeah, Obama's button, like he just like had Jay-Z come in, just like, dude.
I think he had people coming in like teach him cool handshakes, so that when he would like go out, everybody was like, "Look at his handshake."
He had a blackening button.
Yeah, for sure.
he like anytime he was feeling too white in the White House.
Yeah.
You like press a button and a comedian would come in and be like, "White people can't cook, huh?" Yo, white people drive like this and black people drive like Obama. Man, what a good time. We're having a good time here. Thank you so much to all the new people that checked us out and made it this far into the podcast. We appreciate you making it this far. Do you got anything else, girl?
Did you know that surrogacy is illegal in China?
So can you first define what is surrogacy? Like I know what it is, but I don't quite know what it is.
So you're not allowed to use other women's uteruses as a tool, and you're not allowed to sell life as a commercial product. So I can't pay you money. Well, not you. I can't pay another female money to have my baby.
Well, I identify as a female in this situation.
You can't have my baby.
You can give me the money. No, that's pretty wild. I mean, also in China, they're like, we got too much life. We're not gonna make an industry out of making more life.
Yeah.
Like we have more life than we need here.
Well, that's like they had they had a lot of rules, like you can only have one kid and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if people lost their kid, they might want another child.
Yeah.
And it's like they might be too old to have a baby, but they still, China's like, no, you're not allowed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like China's like, nah, that shit's weird. Nah, it's weird. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's like, so if the woman has the baby and then she decides that the surrogate decides that she wants to keep the baby. Yeah. What do you do in that situation?
Well, see, the reason it came up right now is because one of their top actresses had a relationship with another actor, and they paid two different ladies in America to be their surrogates. Mm-hmm. But then they broke up when the babies were like 7 months, and they were like, we don't want the babies anymore. And so it came out like they said that they abandoned the babies in America.
They did.
And
they 100% black fathered those babies. God, China, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
And so China doesn't like that they did that. She lost a lot of sponsors and stuff because it came out that she was doing this.
Yeah. China is abandoning American babies. They're making it and abandoning American babies. They're creating orphans. Yeah. They're creating a Chinese American orphan state.
And apparently there's like a phone call or a text message between them that has leaked where they were saying how it sucks that you can't abort a 7-month-old baby.
Yeah.
Like
it's like,
too
dude,
bad.
teach your fucking half Asian child how to play golf and eat pussy. He'll be all right. Yeah. He will be all right. Oh man, what a time. What a time to be alive. Yeah. Good Lord. Man, I think we're good. I think we're good on this episode. Yeah. We're good. Man, thank you so much for listening. We're going to do some shout outs real quick. First of all, I'm going to say shout out to everybody that came out to Bananas Comedy Club in a pandemic. It was it was a good time. It was good to be there and just make a connection with human people. Man, I miss it so much. I just miss it so much. Yeah. But you guys are amazing. You are amazing crowds Friday and Saturday. We love you all. I'm speaking for both Abby and Sarah Bell as well. We all just
because of course you are. You're mansplaining for them.
I am.
Of course you are. Your penis over here.
Yeah. First of all, I'm male-splaining.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. So let's do these shout outs real quick. Shout out to Mike Butler, Mike Levy, Liz Bot, Doc, Kevin Stevens, Julian from Canada, and his wife Meg.says.so. She saved us during the pandemic with face masks. Also check out her podcast, Sew and Tell, if you're into sewing and telling. Shout out to Kevin Lau, Mary Jo Butterly, Nicole, Raj, Janelle, Courtney, Rick, Coach Rick, Andrew Pace, Keith Butts, Kyle Hancock, Erica Daniels, Levi Mercer, Justin Masabi, Ezekiel Ellis, Logan, Ryan, Roger Down, Joe, Rob, Joe Francis, and his girlfriend's company, Saved by the Reef, TJ James, our man down under, holding us down under, Nick Cupsey and his 2 books, Lost in the Mail and The 5 People You Meet in Wawa. This old guy still don't remember who you are, but shout out to you. Hope you survived the pandemic. Chris Bruno, Kevin McGran, Graham Hoffman, Chris Tucker, Derek Towson, who is my brother, who has a different last name. I will explain that one day, I promise. Sean Dowdy, the Shrimp Man, Guy Patterson, Brian Bachner, Toscani Rodriguez, and our man, Sean, the Boner King, King of Boners. You better watch when he walks into a room. I promise you that right now. He changed the distribution quite handily.
I'm going to get my pitchfork.
Ah, get out of here, Sean. And also, you're currently listening to Melissa Bio Kingdom and her band Circadian Clock. Check them out on YouTube. Also, check out Beethoven Violin on YouTube. That is her YouTube page. She's awesome. Shout out Lord Biden. Thank you all so much. We love you all. Check out the Patreon. Subscribe, rate, review, do all the stuff that you do to show love. And we love you.
Good night. Yeah. She got you.